Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this video, and do share this video to your friends who are preparing for CAT, ZAT, SNAP, and MAT preparation. Again, NMAT registration are going to start. We are going to make a video on it. So guys, before moving to this video, I would like to tell you that there is a WhatsApp group which is present there in the comment box and description box. To join on that WhatsApp group, and if you are having any queries, do connect on social such as WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Instagram. Ask your queries. We will always open to respond to your queries. So guys, if you are preparing for CAT 2026, one mistake I see a lot of students making is trying to study everything at a time, and honestly you don't know to do that. CAT is not about knowing every single topic equally well. It's about understanding what comes frequently, what can you give in terms of reliable marks, and what you should prioritize first. So in this video, we are going to break down the high weightage topics across VRC, DLR, and QA. I'll also tell you the order in which I would recommend preparing this topic so that if you are not wasting your time on low return areas in the beginning. And one important disclaimer before we start, this is the train based prioritization, not a prediction of CAT paper. Keep the thing into your mind and let's get started, guys. First, let's understand the basic principle behind weightage. IIMs don't officially publish a fixed CAT syllabus or tell you, say, arithmetic will definitely have 8 questions. So, when we talk about weightage, we are actually talking about what has been repeatedly asked across CAT papers. And that's extremely useful because your preparation time is limited. If you have, let's say, 3 months left, you don't want to randomly pick topics, then you have to ask some things to yourself, such as which topic should I master first because they are more likely to give you returns. That's where the weightage helps to you. But remember, weightage should help you to sequence your preparation, not skip the topics completely. A topic that appeared less frequently can still show up in your paper. So the goal is not to study only 5 topics. The goal is to become extremely strong in the topics that keep coming back and then gradually cover everything else. ये दिमाग में रखो if you are preparing for CAT. Let's start with VRC. VRC asks 24 questions, and biggest thing that you need to understand is 16 of these 24 questions are coming from reading comprehension. That is almost two-thirds of entire section. So if you are targeting equal amount of time on VRC topic, I would seriously reconsider that strategy. Your preparation should be heavily titled towards RC. The recommendation here is to spend roughly 60 to 70% of your VRC preparation on reading comprehension. Then you have the remaining 8 questions from verbal ability, mainly para summaries, para jumble, odd man out questions. An important point here for you guys, many of these VA questions are theta type questions, which means there is no negative marking. So if you are leaving these questions completely unattempted, you are potentially leaving marks on the table. In shorts, RC first, VA second. Try to solve in the same format. Now, one question I get quite often is, can I predict what kind of RCs will come in CAT? The answer is no, guys. You cannot predict the exact passage, but what you can do is become comfortable with the domains from which these passages are commonly drawn. There are 4 broad areas I would recommend pre-reading. First one is technology and AI. AI, machine learning, technology developments and their impact on society are increasingly relevant topics. So you should be comfortable reading arguments around technology. Second one is environment. Climate change, pollution, sustainability, and global warming are recurring areas. Third is geopolitics and contemporary issues, things around economics, society, politics, current development. And finally, we have abstract and philosophical passages. This is where many students struggle because the language is dense and argument is not straightforward. So don't just read easy articles. If you wanted to improve your RC performance, Deliberately expose yourself to difficult abstract writing. And the best part is that reading practice doesn't help anyone in RC. It can also improve your performance in VA section. Keep that thing into your mind. Now let's come to the section that scares a lot of CAT aspirants, which is DLR. You have 22 questions and the section is built around sets. The important thing here is you don't necessarily need to solve every set. 5 sets, 25 questions that will be asked. So you need to rank the sets according to easy to difficult level. So in fact, trying to solve everything can be a very bad strategy. So your first job should be set selection. Think about in this way that suppose there are 5 sets in front of you, you spend 15 minutes on a set that is ultimately turns out to be extremely difficult. You have not only lost these 15 minutes, you have lost the opportunity to solve another set. So the skill is not simply how quickly can I solve this, it is should I even solve this set. Read the sets carefully, identify the sets that looks manageable, rank them and start solving. Cracking these 3 good sets is much better than spending the entire section fighting with 5 difficult sets. That's why DLR can become a such biggest separator in CAT exam. You have to keep this thing into your mind if you are preparing for CAT exam. Now let's talk about DLR. DLR set families that should you definitely practice first. Again, these are not predictions, these are recurring patterns that have appeared in recent papers. First, grid and arrangement. This include matrix-based arrangement, distribution, comparison-based puzzles. If you practice them regularly, you will develop the ability to organize the information quickly. Second one is games and tournaments. It includes round robin method, knockout, match count, scoring, and regular. So guys, try to solve last 5 year question papers so that you will be able to build the grasp on it. Third one is route and network. The route and network involves paths, node counting, systematic counting. Try to focus a lot on it and try to build your mind in the same way where the questions have been asked. Last one is DI and statistics. Things like bar graph, table, caselets, graphs, and the questions which involve mean, median, mode. Try to solve this question as soon as possible. Don't ignore them. So instead of solving random DLR set every single day, make sure you will practice includes recurring families, recurring questions. So spend some time on it. Before you jump into the set types, you need to understand the basic foundation, guys. Things like even and odd numbers, divisibility, natural numbers, whole numbers, basic numerical logic can be very helpful in many different sets. Then try to solve Sudoku style logical thinking. This is not about Sudoku champion. The point is to develop the ability to work with constraint, distribution, and comparisons. And finally, focus on counting and patience. This is extremely important in DLR. A lot of students took a shortcut immediately. Don't always go through shortcuts, always follow the logical route. But many DLR sets are not solved through some magical trick, guys. They are solved by systematically building the information and making sure you don't make the error. So your DLR preparation should build both logic and patience. Keep this thing into your mind. Now let's move to QA. You have 22 questions, and if you look at the recent trends, two areas clearly stand out: arithmetic and algebra. Arithmetic contributes roughly 8 to 10 questions, making it the biggest block. Algebra is a major second area. Together, these areas account for roughly 70% of QA based on indicative trend presented here. So, arithmetics do essential first, algebra do essential second. When it comes to geometry and mensuration, they are followed by number system and modern maths. So, geometry almost 15% weightage is given, number system 8%, modern maths 5%. So, focus on geometry, then again once you build the knowledge, once you build the base, then try to focus towards number system and modern maths. Again, it is your choice whether you have to keep this thing seriously or not. So if you're targeting your QA preparation from scratch, don't just begin by jumping randomly between topics. Start with the areas that give you biggest potential return, and this brings you exact order which I recommended to you. For QA, I would build my preparation in this sequence. Number one, arithmetic. Focus on percentage, ratios, time, speed, distance, time and work, profit and loss, mixtures, and related topics and related questions to it. This is non-negotiable, guys. You wanted to become extremely comfortable with these topics because the form has largest chunk of QA. Number two is algebra and equations. Linear equation, quadratic equation, polynomial, inequality, modulus. These are highly learnable areas, and once your concepts are clear, many questions become manageable through it. Number three, geometry and mensuration. Make sure you will focus on core theorems, formulas, and basic concepts, and they are valid and they are solid in terms of handholding, in terms of your understanding. After all three, you can decide your next section or area where your strength lies, whether it is number system, modern maths, or higher algebra. The key takeaway here is don't prepare based on what you enjoy, prepare based on what gives you the best return first. Now let's address one of the most common myths around CAT preparation. Every year someone says paper has changed, arithmetic is dead, and then the students start reducing the focus on arithmetic. But that's exactly where you guys are making mistake. The distribution between these topics will definitely change, but yes, one more year and things have changed drastically a lot from past 5 years. So you might see a lot of variation when it comes to algebra. Arithmetic also consistently remain one of the largest QA areas, and this is the reason why arithmetic deserves priority, right? So the main scenario here is it is highly teachable. With enough practice, you can build strong accuracy and speed in arithmetic. So don't let predictions or random social media discussion change your preparation strategy. Instead of that, focus on long-term trends, focus on preparation, build your strategies. Arithmetic is not something that you should ignore just because someone says that paper is being are going to be different. Be confident about your skill sets. I know the phase is going to be very difficult. There will be scenarios where you will doubt yourself, you will think that am I going in the right direction? But you need to be consistent, you need to be confident on your skill set. Now let's put everything together. For VRC, your biggest focus is RC, which is 16 questions, which consist of tech, environment, contemporary and abstract topics, which includes philosophical writing also. For DLR, focus on grids, arrangement, games and tournaments, route and network, DN statistics. But remember, DLR is not just about knowing the set topics, it is about selection. For QA, focus on arithmetic, algebra, equation, followed by geometry and mensuration. Uh, for VRC, when it comes to VA, focus on para jumbles, para summary, and odd man out. Now, QA, as I told, arithmetic 8 to 10 questions, which will help you to clear the sectional cutoff. Algebra and equation, geometry mensuration will help you out to boost your score. So, if you are short on time, this is the map I would use to decide where your preparation hours go first. Now, knowing the high weightage topic is very important. Actually, using the information in the preparation is another thing. So, here are three things that you should do. First, front load the high frequency topic. Start with RC in VRC, core DLR sets and arithmetic in QA. Second, always prioritize easy and medium questions. This applies both during practice and mocks. Remember, a difficult question and easy question paper carry same marks. So don't spend 5 minutes trying to prove that you can solve one difficult question where you could have solved two easier ones. Third, don't completely abandon low weightage topic. Keep them warm. Maybe once a week, solve a mix set that includes less frequent areas. That way, they don't blame and they don't become completely unfamiliar without stealing too much time from your core preparation. बहुत इजी है प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करना, बस आपको अप्रोच पता होना चाहिए, स्ट्रैटेजी पता होना चाहिए, एंड यू शुड बी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योर स्किल सेट. सो व्हाई दिस स्ट्रैटेजी एक्चुअली वर्क्स मैं बताऊंगा. Because your preparation has two stages. First stage is clearing the cutoff. You need enough reliable marks across the sections to stay in the game. This is where high frequency areas like arithmetic, RC, or DLR set becomes extremely important. But clearing the cutoff is first step. Second stage is pushing yourself percentile higher. An interesting part, guys, here you don't necessarily need to keep adding new topics to move from 90 to 99 percentile. You need to develop depth in the topics that you have prioritized. Focus on accuracy, focus on question selection, focus on speed, and the ability to solve difficult questions. So the if you are able to focus in the way, and if you are able to clear the cutoff, then you will be able to push your percentile higher. Lastly, in summary, number one, RC is 16 out of 24 questions. So make reading comprehension as the center of your VRC preparation. Number two, DLR is won through the set selection. Don't try to solve everything. Learn to identify the right sets quickly. Number three, arithmetic answers QA. Roughly 8 to 10 questions can come from arithmetic plus algebra. Number four, weightage helps you to sequence your preparation. It doesn't tell you what you skip, so CAT changes every year. And number five, remember the bigger picture. Cut off first and then percentile. Master the high frequency areas first, then build the depth. You don't need to know everything perfectly from day one. You need to know what to study first. Lastly, that's your CAT 2026 high weightage topic map. And there is one thing that I wanted to tell you is, and I wanted you to take away from this video is, don't study everything equally, study strategically. Start with the topics that repeatedly give you opportunities to score. Build your concepts, practice them, test them through the mocks, improve your accuracy, speed, and question selection, because CAT preparation is not just about working hard, it is about making sure that the hours that you are putting are going towards the right things. If you found this video useful, make sure you will subscribe to the channel, follow Route 99 for more CAT 2026 strategies. And remember, study the right things in the right order. There is a WhatsApp group which is present there. The link is given in the description box. Do join the WhatsApp group and do let us know your queries. And do connect on LinkedIn for any queries. That's it from this video. All the best to you guys.